I know I had mentioned this to you guys today, and it's something that is near and dear to my heart as an Orioles fan. It is near and dear in the hearts to a lot of other Orioles fans. And this is the fact. And Alan, I told you, you probably have an update on the auction that's going on right now for Jeffrey Maier's glove that he caught uh, uh, Derek Jeter's home run in Game 1 of the 1996 ALCS, hit off of Armando Benitez, would have been caught by Tony Tarasco. Richie Garcia, the goddamn umpire, fucked it all up. But his glove is up for auction. We've talked about collecting a pool and burning this fucker for our podcast.
Start a GoFundMe.
Oh, boy. God.
I'm going to start a GoFundMe on the page, listeners, and help us get this glove.
So is it an ongoing auction?
No.
How does this work?
So it just started. It started, I believe, today, if I'm not mistaken. It's on Leland, so you know it's true. That's how you know it's legit. There's some pictures with him. Like, I think he signed a photo of him getting mobbed by reporters. And then there's a photo of him, basically crippling our franchise for the next 2 decades. So, yeah, it's a shitty little black fucking Mizuno glove. The bidding started at $2,500. There's only 2 bids right now. So it's on the $2,750. So yeah, for Windows listeners, $2,750. I think we can do that, right?
Well, I did some research myself, and I got on Twitter, and then I saw it had been retweeted and shared several times, and then I saw that Jimmy's Famous Seafood in downtown Baltimore.
No, Dundalk. Don't get it twisted.
I'm sorry. I apologize. But what did they say? They literally said, "That glove is ours, homie." So I believe Jimmy, and I believe that he's going to wait till the last minute, like an old-fashioned eBay auction, and just throw in, that extra $40 at the last second, and pick that bad boy up, no matter what we try to do. By the way, I coined that event the Tarasco fiasco, by the way, just to let you know. But everybody seems to have the same idea that we have with that glove once it's bought on auction, is to fucking hold a ceremony and burn that son of a bitch and exorcise the demons.
Yeah, there's 22 more days on it, man. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's
22.
Yeah, there's 22 days left. Yes, correct. So it's a long bid. It's gonna get some money. Watch. But yeah, for the very first sentence is, it's a play that will forever haunt Orioles fans and elate Yankees fans. When young spectator Jeffrey Maier reached over the wall and caught Derek Jeter's tying, air quotes, really fucking hard home run in Game 1 of the 96 ALCS. Sons of bitches.
It's not. See, listen. We should have won in 97. We should have beat Cleveland.
We should have. You're absolutely right.
Problem with it is, okay, we won Game 2. So we split going back. I'm talking about the 96. We're going back to 96. We won Game 2, went back to Camden, and Mussina was cruising, and Johnson left him in, and he got 3 runs pegged on him in the 8th, including a Cecil Fielder home run that I think is still like rotating around the Baltimore night somewhere.
Yep.
It just, God, it's stuck. My dad broke a fucking Game Boy because of that Jeffrey Maier reach over, and he's been interviewed a lot. He's the all-time leader in hits in Division III baseball history.
Yeah. Well, fuck that kid.
Yeah, we'll burn his fast too. We'll burn his fucking.
I actually saw just today, once the glove got brought up, I started going down a YouTube rabbit hole, and I actually saw an interview with him. It wasn't an interview. They never showed him because I think he wants his anonymity now, but it was just him talking, narrating, and it was showing the old footage and him explaining from his perspective what happened. And I tried, and I did. I was able to separate myself from my Oriole fandom just to hear the tale of a kid at a game with this situation unfolding in front of him. And he said, I saw the ball coming. I came down, and I just instinctively, that's what you do. You're a kid. You want the ball.
Right.
And he talked about how he was mobbed because it bounced out of his glove. But then it was, I got to admit, this many years later, I got a little chuckle out of this. He got mobbed so hard by the fans after all the bullshit went down. He said he didn't see Davy Johnson run out or Benitez come out. He didn't see all the hoopla in the outfield. He said he didn't see this because some random man with a mustache grabbed him and put him on his shoulders and paraded him around the outfield bleachers. And I thought that was hilarious. It's a bygone era where a random man in New York with a mustache could throw you on his shoulders, and it was just held in high praise.
Yeah, no dad to be found. Just like, yeah, throw him up there, parade him around. It's as I've gotten older, I'll never get over what happened. It's just,
Nope.
It's Richie Garcia's fault. It's that guy. They have during the playoffs, they have fucking umpires halfway up the third and first base lines to be umps and make decisions before things like this. And he missed it. And then was still a dick about it because he said, well, yeah, he did reach over, but I don't think Tarasco would have caught the ball. Like, it doesn't matter.
Better. Yeah.
I'm getting worked up.
So it's a double. So otherwise it's a double. It's still not a home run. No matter what you fucking think, it's still not a home run. Tarasco catches it or not. And Tarasco was going to catch that ball. He shortened up his stride at the wall when he saw the glove over because he was already like half pointing before it even hit the glove. He was like, fuck this, in slow motion. Fuck this kid.
Yeah. He immediately points up. Yeah. And he gets right in Garcia's face. But then, he's sitting the very next night. He's sharing like an executive box with Rudy Giuliani. And making appearances on morning talk shows.
Yeah.
And you figure like, okay, so this guy, and he's about my age. I think he might be like maybe like a little bit older.
He was 12 years old in 1996.
And I was 12 years old in 1996. So no, that's not true. I was 14. I gotta do my math.
Yeah, I was 17. So there you go.
Damn, y'all old.
Yeah, y'all old.
I was.
Fuck your couch.
But you figure.
I wasn't
okay.
eating. Man.
So
I was 9.
This kid gets put on a pedestal, putting the pussy on a pedestal, in the New York area. But a guy like Steve Bartman, who was a Cubs fan to death, never went back to Wrigley Field after that.
Yeah, but that different outcomes for the home team, bro.
Yeah, and it's
totally different.
Yeah, it's a different situation. One lost the game for his team, and one won the game for his team.
Jeffrey Maier his own team.
Alex Gonzalez made an error on the very next, a very routine ground ball.
Yeah,
Steve Bartman didn't make Alex Gonzalez, who was a perennial Gold Glove winner, make the error at short.
But we already talked about how the fans do, in fact, influence the game in some capacity. So imagine how much, even though they're professional athletes, they operate on a higher emotional level than the rest of us when it comes to competition. And so how deflated are you after that event? And so that little thing triggers, no matter how bullshit you think it is, there's something there.
Yeah, but you got to nut up. You're a professional, bro. It sucks. I get it, but
all right. So we're going to do a GoFundMe, or we're going to tap into our innards of the people that we know, the brass at Jimmy's or Jimmy's famous seafood. I was about to say Jimmy's Chicken Shack.
Yep, them too.
Hi,
Maryland stuff.
Maryland's own Jimmy's Chicken Shack, performing at Jimmy's famous seafood, who's going to burn this glove, and we're going to be there, and we're going to MC the event. Is that what I'm thinking here?
It's going to have Jimmy's Chicken Shack. It's going to have Kelly Bell Band because, it's Maryland. And yeah, that's it. Just crabs. They're gonna stand atop the new balcony up there and just huck crab meat into the crowd because that's very Maryland of them.
Man, I look, bottom line is whoever gets this glove it's going to be a Baltimorean, and we're going to exercise this demon. I mean, it's going to happen, and I'm so thankful. Even if we're not the ones to get it, someone's going to get it and do exactly what we're proposing, and I am going to be forever grateful for this moment in time.
And what did you say Tony Tarasco was going to do to the glove? He was going to buy it.
I will let me make sure I quote myself properly here.
Yeah, that's a good quote.
Because I was kind of proud of this. Now, upon Wesley here saying that we should be the ones to buy it, I automatically knew that other people were going to outbid the starting bid of $2,500. I said, I don't want to be the pessimist here, but I have a hunch that Tony Tarasco is going to outbid everyone and hate fuck this dusty piece of hide into paste.
Ooh.
Like that blow-up doll you found on the island in the middle of the Susquehanna.